What can you buy with £1 million? So I know that I'm not alone when I say that. When I'm bored, I'll often go on Rightmove and I'll be looking at properties that are in my budget and occasionally seeing what I could get in other places for the same budget. And I'll often do the same on Auto Trader, and I'll be looking at similar cars to mine. What's the next car that I should buy? Slowly but surely on Rightmove and on Auto Trader, I find myself looking at £1 million houses, castles. I'm on Auto Trader looking at Ferraris, Lamborghinis, Bugattis, and everything that's out of my budget. And I know that I'm not the only one. So today we're going to be doing the same thing, but with a little twist. What is happening, folks? My name is Robbie, and today we are comparing what could you buy for £1 million. This notion of £1 million is a bit strange actually. It's a completely arbitrary number. It doesn't have any significance over 990,000 or 5 million really. But it's the number that so many people latch onto when they say how much money they'd like to have one day, or in a hypothetical scenario, if I had £1 million I would do this, that or the next thing. What they consider as being rich. And I know I'm not the only person who's been on a late night drive with friends and had one of those conversations. What would you do if you won £1 million tomorrow? So we're going to have a look at what you could actually get with £1 million depending on where you live or where you would like to live. Initially I was going to do this across the whole world, but today we're going to start in the United Kingdom. We're going to start in Aberdeen at the top and we're going to work our way all the way down to Exeter. But before we go any further, you know the drill. I'm going to need you to
like the video
and subscribe to the channel, because the initial target that I set at the beginning of March was 250 subscribers by the end of the month. We need 71 people to do that by next Wednesday. And let's be real, I don't really anticipate a 40% jump in subscribers in the next 6 days. But we could push for 200. Right, now that's out the way, let's get stuck in. If I had £1 million, what could I buy? So I've opened up a window in Safari and I've opened 13 tabs with 13 different cities. So I've put the search criteria on Rightmove on these tabs as within 3 miles of the city centre of these 13 cities. I've put the budget between 900,000 and £1 million. For most in London I had to put it right on £1 million because there were so many options. I haven't actually looked at any of the properties that show up on these results, so this is going to be as new to me as it is to you watching. So first up, Aberdeen. Okay, so if you had £1 million and you wanted to buy a home in Aberdeen, you're limited to a student accommodation investment for £950,000, and it has one photo of the outside and it looks a bit like a health centre or a dentist's office. Just put a few signs on the outside and you could pass that off as one of those. Let's have a look. Oh, 32 flats in total for 950k. So you're getting each flat for around £29,600, which is a f***ing good deal. And this currently produces £91,557 per year. So I mean, if you did have £1 million to spend here, you could buy an income of £7,600 per month if you bought it cash. So far in this little game there is no glamour involved, but there is a good investment. And you know that we like to talk good investments in this channel, so this was a good start. Next up, Dundee. Okay, so if you wanted to spend £1 million in Dundee, you're not getting one house for it. Same as Aberdeen by the looks of it. You're not getting £1 million house at the minute. Nothing's on the market for £1 million, and there isn't even any portfolios or anything like that for sale either, so moving swiftly on from Dundee, I guess. Next up, Edinburgh. There should be a decent few options in Edinburgh. 11 results. Okay, let's have a quick look through. A 6-bedroom terraced house. Nice. Some land. Place for 10 4-bed holiday homes, so could be a good investment. 5-bedroom detached house. 4-bedroom apartment. 3-bedroom apartment. 3-bedroom apartment at the Donaldsons. It's a nice development in central Edinburgh. Let's start at the top then. The 6-bedroom terraced house for sale. £1 million will get us. It's a pretty classy looking place, to be honest. Let me put a little caveat in here. The flat that I live in at the minute is a 2-bed flat outside of Edinburgh and it's worth around 125,000. So my opinion on these properties is probably going to be quite swayed by the fact they are very nice compared to my own house. So this kitchen is really nice. I like this blue on the island. I'd love an island, but I've got a galley kitchen so there's no room for one. Big living room. I mean, for £1 million you would expect a big living room. Other angle from the kitchen. Wait, this is another living room, okay. Another lounge area. Hallway's huge, big high ceilings, which is nice. Wow, look at the bathroom. Lovely shower area. The bath looks quite small though, but that's maybe just because it's a big bathroom. The bath probably normal size and the bathroom's just big. Another bedroom, kids' bedroom by the looks of it. Another bathroom with a big shower tray. Not particularly keen on the colour scheme, but you could always paint. If you were paying £1 million for a house, I'm sure you can afford to paint it. That's nice. That's very nice. If you live in city centre of Edinburgh or city centre of anywhere, you want some natural light coming in, and having that skylight could be a major factor to someone purchasing this place. Look at the details here, although I will say they don't have all the light bulbs on this chandelier, which seems careless. When you're selling somewhere for £1 million, you would think you would take care of those small details. Again, these details are incredible. And there's your view, nice residential street. And let's get a look at this place as well. This one's caught my interest. This is an interesting little balcony built into the roof. This is a 5-bedroom detached house, decent sized garden. I'm not a big fan of this balcony area actually, but I dare say you could take these railings. The railings look a bit like they belong in outside a retail space or a public place. Maybe take a little renovation on this balcony area, but the outside space is nice. Fully open plan downstairs by the looks of it, which is great. I really like open plan. You've got the big windows at the back as well, which are nice. So this house isn't as central Edinburgh as the one that we've just previously looked at, and you can see the difference in space. There's probably not a lot of commuting time between this house and central Edinburgh. If you worked in central Edinburgh, you get a lot more for your money, a mile or two out. The place looks huge compared to the other one. All open plan, this little gap here, you can see down into the rest of the house. Another sitting room with a big window. Sort of looks like you're in the zoo, like you're a caged animal. Why is that window there? Why would you be able to see from one lounge area to the next? Maybe that's aimed at parents, I don't know, I don't have kids. The master bedroom by the looks of it. Bathroom's nice, it's a little bit dated. I'd maybe get those tiles changed, but that grout there's pretty. Maybe get that grout taken care of at the bottom of the shower. Another bathroom. I think I actually prefer this bathroom to the other one, and this must be the entryway. I don't think the outside of the house looks as good as the inside does, if that makes sense. Maybe the inside's been renovated but the outside was left as is. Okay, good options in Edinburgh. Some new builds here that don't look to have been built yet. Let's have a look at the Donaldsons as well before we move on. So the Donaldsons is, I believe it's an old school, really old school, looks like Hogwarts. It's been converted into apartments, a lot of apartments. I mean, as you can see, they're pretty pricey. We'll get a quick nosy in here as well. So you can see here in this corner here, there's some stained glass windows, which are very nice. Nice modern kitchen. There's the stained glass windows there as well. Wow. So I don't know if the Donaldsons actually had a church, or those look like church windows, but they're absolutely enormous. So the bedroom has a balcony that looks over into the living room. That's very cool. I like that feature. I like that feature a lot. This is a really nice bedroom. Bathroom, very nice. All the bedrooms are nice. So I think the actual quality of the property, I think this one takes it. I think the whole building's been ripped out and redone, so as you would expect, this has got the nicest finishes. So we've seen a few options in Edinburgh. By the way, let me know in the comments which one you prefer in each city that we look at. Personally, this one's been my favourite at Donaldson's, but I'd love to hear what your opinion is as well. Next up is Glasgow. I'm realising that time's ticking on actually pretty quickly. If I want to keep this video under an hour at this rate. From now on, I'm going to pick one place from each location, because this video is going to go on forever otherwise. So in Glasgow we've got 3 options. We have a 5-bedroom detached house, a 7-bedroom detached house, and a 6-bedroom detached house. The 7-bedroom is taking my interest the most. This house is a 7-bedroom, 5-bathroom. I'm a geek for the floor plan. So 4 floors. So this is over 4 floors, 7 bedrooms and 5 bathrooms. The difference in what you get for your money in Glasgow and Edinburgh from my experience is quite large. In general, house prices on average are lower in Glasgow than they are in Edinburgh. So if you're looking to spend £1 million, you're probably going to get more for your money in the west of Scotland than in the east. As you can see from this mansion. So you've got, that garden looks enormous. Yep, garden's big, garden's huge. I feel like if I had a house this size, this is what my house would look like. Like, big rooms with not much in it. I don't have enough things to fill a house this big. The hallway looks like it's something from like a big stately home or a castle. Decor, it's not to my taste, but the actual house itself is huge. So there's the exterior from the back. You can see the actual size of it where it's over the 4 floors. You've got the basement level here. This looks like it comes down as a hill. So basement level, the ground floor, the first floor, and the loft is converted as well. I feel like the 62 pictures are overkill, but if you're looking to spend £1,000,000, then you want as many pictures as you can get, I suppose. So there's nice stained glass windows here. They're a bit too church-esque for me, but if that's your thing, then they're very nice. The bathroom looks a bit Victorian here, other than the tiles. This all looks a bit antique, if you like. There's a pull cord here for the toilet. Yep, I don't like that. But if you were going to spend £1,000,000 on this place, you can make it exactly how you want, because the place is huge and there's so much space. So judging by the decor and the actual look of the house, it's maybe an older person who owns it, or someone who's bought it and has tried to keep it almost like a period property, if you like, and keep things more in time with what the building looks like, as opposed to some of the other ones we've seen so far that have been ripped out and renovated and made to look modern. But I mean, the spaces are absolutely massive. This looks to be a kid's bedroom and it's huge. Again, this bathroom looks nice, but at the same time, it kind of looks like a bathroom that you might get in a flat at the price range that I live at, rather than £1,000,000. But it's not cheap to renovate a 7-bedroom, 5-bathroom house, so you'd need a lot more than £1,000,000 to get this the way that you liked it if you didn't like it as is. This bathroom looks more modern, a bit more to my taste. This is a hallway in the basement, I think. That's a nice bathroom. So the house seems to be half modern and then half sort of old-fashioned and more akin to what the property looks like outside. Maybe the person who's selling it has spent some money renovating the house and the rooms that they use, but then some of the bathrooms don't even get used, so they've just not bothered. All in all though, a very nice house, absolutely huge. For your money, you're getting so much space. But I think still, for me, Donaldson in Edinburgh still wins. Next up on the list is Newcastle. So Newcastle has 5 results. This one looks quite nice. I'm going to get a look at this £1,000,000. This is £1,000,000 guide price, so it could go for significantly more. So it looks semi-secluded from the street, so you get a bit of privacy. It looks like something that you might see in Aspen or a ski resort or a ski town. Look at the size of the garden. The house is like that size because the garden is so huge. You could play a full game of 11-a-sides in that garden. Right, okay. So from the inside it still looks like it seems like a log cabin, chalet type ski resort home. I don't know if this is a feature, this washing line here. My girlfriend had this when she was at university in an old flat in Edinburgh, and unwind it down on a pulley, hang your washing up and then pull it back up and it hangs above your kitchen. I don't know if that's just a feature for decoration to make the place quirky or something like that, but for £1,000,000 in the size of that garden you've got plenty of room to put a washing line out, so it's maybe just for the look. A lot of wood, so much wood actually. The stairs, the frames, there's windows through the hallway and it's all wood. This is a nice cosy room with a log burner, okay. Hallway's nice. It looks like there must be a skylight here because that looks like natural light that's coming in. Yep. So there's nice skylights across the ceiling there, which are nice. I like an open plan hallway, rather than the place feeling claustrophobic and tight. And then I've got spotlights in between. The photo's terrible, but you get the idea at least. Why have they taken some photos during the day and some at night? The bedroom looks big, and I think these 2 doors take you out onto a balcony by the looks of it. That's cool. So this is a bedroom, and by the looks of it you come in and you can go up these stairs and your bed is on like a mezzanine above the door. I presume this is for a teenager because can you imagine coming in from the pub at 1 in the morning and trying to scale that and get into your bed without falling off? It's a bit of a hazard. It looks actually like it's an office. Okay. So it's an office with some extra sleeping space for guests, or just because it looks cool, I suppose. It seems that all the rooms have quite big windows or a lot of windows to let a lot of light in, which is quite nice. Still though, so far Donaldson's is still winning. Next up on the list is Belfast. Well, just like Dundee, we'll skip pretty quickly on through Belfast because there's nothing there for £1,000,000 at the minute. Next on from Belfast is Manchester. Manchester City, Manchester United. There's going to be some nice houses here, I would think. Although if you play for Manchester City or Manchester United, you probably spend more than £1,000,000 on your house. Let's find out. 8 results in Manchester. Get an 11-bedroom block of apartments. I like this one here. Let's get a look. So this is a 5-bedroom, 3-bathroom house for £1,000,000 on the dot. This is more to my taste. I like modern. A nice big open plan kitchen diner, very big, and it's got the skylights coming out over this extension here, big windows at the back, a nice sitting room here as well. I presume there's a lounge area as well, so this is just kitchen diner area. Mary Berry in the corner, with all the natural light that you can get in here, and then the actual lounge, which looks a bit more dated. Maybe it's just the furniture, it looks a bit like the furniture my gran had when I was a toddler. Another dining room, again, looks a bit like my gran's house. Do people still use this, where it's the cupboards that go above the bed? It looks very dated. Which is weird because they've obviously spent a good amount of money to make the extension at the back look really nice, but then this bedroom just isn't it. Bathroom as well, for £1 million, this bathroom's nice. I like that. So this is cool that it's like almost like a little alcove that the bath goes into, with a walk-in shower, like a wet room. Very nice, nice and modern. I like that little home gym setup in the loft by the looks of it. Big windows as well. A good sized garden. A very big garden actually. Not as big as the Newcastle garden, because I don't think we're going to see one bigger. I think this one actually wins now. The balance of the Donaldson's one in Edinburgh is kind of super modern and just been renovated, but this one in Manchester has a mix of being renovated and modern, but it's also bigger. So I think this one in Manchester actually is winning now. 5-bedroom in Manchester is now top tier. Donaldson's is below. Next up we've got Liverpool. 4 results in Liverpool. Don't think I would go for this one, but this one looks interesting, so I'm going to have a look. 7-bedroom, end of terrace. Right. Carpets are a big no-no for me. Although it's got fire extinguishers and things like that, so it must be a student accommodation or B&B or something like that maybe. That looks like an old dingy pub. Right, okay, so I've looked at this place expecting to see what is happening here. Right, so it's a hostel of some sort. Is it a hostel? How many beds are in this place? I mean, what if you're sharing a bunk bed with someone that you don't particularly know and you want to go for a shower? Oh my god. Is it a hostel? Let's check the description. Ideal family home. Might need some work. That definitely doesn't take over any of the other properties we've seen so far for £1 million. I just need to look at this room again. I mean, look at this smoke that's came up from the fireplace. This place looks like it could go up in flames at any minute. It's a good thing they've got the fire extinguishers. Right, next up is Swansea. Big selection in Swansea. One house. Let's have a look. It's absolutely enormous. 5-bed, 4-bathroom. It's huge. Is that the garage or an outbuilding of some sort? I like this island, the way that the chairs tuck in underneath and there's cupboards on each corner. That's pretty cool. It looks almost like the villas that you go when you go on holiday, and if you go on holiday somewhere like Spain and you get a villa and it's all tiled, and maybe it's just because it's nice weather in the photos, but the looks of it. This bathroom looks like it's trying to be modern, but looks like it's tried too hard. It's not to my taste. Same here, these black tiles. These black tiles here remind me of houses that would be renovated to be modern, but in the early 2000s. Now they look dated. Big chandelier, and this looks like a balcony you can look down into the hallway. Big master bedroom. This looks nice, I like this. The grey tiles, so that's where the difference lies. These are basically the same tiles but in grey, but they look much nicer than the black ones. His and her sinks, a bidet, you use that to wash your bum. It's a big house. Double garage. Nice. So you're in the company of other big houses. I don't know if this is near a golf course or something like that, but it's all big houses that you're in the company of. But very nice. Very nice. Manchester still winning for me. Followed closely behind by that shambles in Liverpool. Next up, Cardiff. Right, we've got 17 results in Cardiff, so I'm going to bring this down to 1 mile. 15 results. I'm trying to narrow this down. I'm just going to put it to 0 miles. 9 results. Okay. So the houses that you can get in Cardiff for £1 million, they look like they could be the biggest ones so far at the £1 million mark. Not bedroom wise, but actual size of the house. What about this one? This one looks nice. This is 5-bed, 3-bath, 965,000. Nice kitchen. Again, skylights. I love skylights, and I like the integrated appliances with the oven and the microwave and things like that. Nice bathroom. This sink's quite cool with the little extra bit on the side as well, rather than just being the basin on its own. Nice wood burning fire, good for winter. I don't know how cold Cardiff gets, but a wood fire is very good where I live. Looks a bit dated, but it has a sauna with some dumbbells in it, so whoever lives here goes into the sauna and lifts weights. Psychopath. Big bedroom. 2-car garage as well, and a little summer house, would you call that? It looks like you get a lot for your money for £1 million. 965 actually. All the bedrooms look big. I thought that was an extra room, but it's not, that's just mirrored wardrobes. Oh no, why are the... Another B-day, but why are they all that colour? Why are they almost brown? I mean, it wouldn't stop me buying the house. When you're looking on Rightmove for a property that you want to renovate, you look for carpets like that. That's a good indicator that the place needs renovating. So does this one overtake the house in Manchester? No. The sauna nearly took it for me, but the Manchester one still wins for me. Next up is London. So before I open this tab, I'm going to say what I'm anticipating, which is probably a small flat somewhere. There's probably going to be a lot of results. They're probably going to be small flats, maybe some basement flats in Mayfair or something like that. But I think I'm going to be severely underwhelmed by what £1 million gets you in London. 390 results, okay. Well, we've got the whole of London, 2-bedroom flat. Like a 2-bedroom flat. I live in a 2-bedroom flat. 125 grand. Nice high ceilings. Kitchen's about the same size as my kitchen. It's nice. It's definitely nice. And obviously, being in London, you're paying for location more than you're paying for the property itself. We'll look at a few in London. A 4-bed end of terrace. Okay. The building outside's strange because it looks bad but kind of looks good because of that. If that makes sense. So it looks like it's been newly renovated. Kitchen's big. Very big actually. Okay, outdoor space as well. This actually... I'm surprised. This is actually bigger than I expected for central London for £1 million. I was expecting to be sorely disappointed and underwhelmed, but it's not as bad as I was expecting. 1-bedroom apartment. £1 million for a 1-bed. It's nice. Modern, big doors. The kitchen's really nice. A nice view of the city, which is pretty cool. I thought that was a mirror. That's another part of a room. Bathroom's nice. Is that the building that it's in? Right, okay, so that's part of what you're paying for, because it's in a cool building. Right, okay, I need to see that again. So, right, okay, so it actually looks like it's a studio apartment. Yeah, it is. Actually, it seems to be like a 1-bed that you can open or close this door here, slide that open to make it open plan. So it is a 1-bed, it's not a studio. Okay. Radiant Manhattan apartment. Whatever that means. So the results in London were actually not as bad as I expected, but for £1 million I would like more than that for me, but I understand that London prices are pretty inflated compared to the rest of the UK. So just 2 more cities to go. Next up is Southampton. Is Southampton a city? Is Exeter a city? I don't know. Southampton, 6 results. New build. We'll look at 2 here. First off, I want to look at this 3-bedroom paint house with windows all around, which is very cool. It's right up my street. This place is cool. You get the views over the water, down onto the dock, I presume. That's very cool, actually. Nice views. Outdoor space, you can have a barbecue. You're looking down onto the docks, you can see all the boats, and is that all your outside space? That's cool. So when I'm saying which properties I would like to spend £1 million on, I'm not taking into consideration location. So obviously spending £1 million to be in central London, part of what you're paying for is the location, whereas if you're paying £1 million to be in the Highlands in Scotland, you're paying for the space, you're paying for the land. So when I'm saying which place I prefer, it's based solely on the property and not on the location. On that, I think this takes it for me. Just turned 27 yesterday, I'm still young, I don't have kids, I don't need lots of space, I've got my little dog, me and my girlfriend and my little dog, and that's it, so we could live in this place. The penthouse at Moresby Tower has taken top of the list now. Remember, let me know in the comments which one is your favourite. Let me know now, because I might just change your mind here. Because in Southampton there is a garage for sale. It's not even letting me open these full. £1 million. £1 million seems like a lot for this. What the f***? £1 million for that. I don't know what's happening here. 0.4 acres. But because you're ultimately paying for the land, you're not paying for the building itself. Suppose you could knock that down and build a few houses or build an apartment block and make some serious money, but I'm seriously underwhelmed by opening that. So last but not least, we have Exeter. Three results here. There is a 11-bed HMO investment, a 4-bed detached house with no photos, and a 16-bed block of apartments that is a confidential sale. Now, what does that mean? Because it's posted on Rightmove, so it's not very confidential. So it looks like we are limited to opening up the 11-bed HMO, and unfortunately, for the sake of the video, there are only 3 photos, one of which is an aerial photo. There's not much to comment on there. Grossing £82,000, so if you were looking to spend £1 million as an investment, you would be better doing it off in Aberdeen than in Exeter. Right, okay, so we've seen what £1 million can buy you across the country, and it's fair to say, depending on where you're buying, you can get considerably more for your money in certain parts of the country for £1 million than in other parts. Now, I said that the house in Southampton was the winner for me, but it's actually too hard to call. I did just say that I was basing this off if the property was just standalone, not based on its surroundings, but you just can't take that into account. You really do have to think about where you would be living if you bought this house. So, would I want to live in Southampton? I've never been, so I don't know. I have been to Manchester and I like it. I've been to London and I like it. But I do not want a 1-bed / studio apartment for £1 million. I'm going to stick with Southampton. Because it was a penthouse, it was modern, and like I say, I'm young, it fits my lifestyle for just now. So let me know in the comments which one of the houses that we've seen today would take your fancy if you had £1 million to spend. Right, okay, so I think we'll call it a day on the £1 million properties. I think my decision to limit it just to the UK was a good one, because we're currently on an hour's worth of filming and we've only done Britain. I was planning on comparing New York, California, Texas, Dubai, Japan. I was going to do everywhere. I was going to go all across the world looking at various places, but I think it would have taken way too long. The video would have been so long that I think most people would have lost interest. But if you would like to see me do something similar but on a more global scale of different properties, then let me know in the comments and I'll film that for 3.5 hours, and let me know in the comments which one was your favourite out of all the properties we've seen today. So as always, I really appreciate everyone watching this video, liking the channel, commenting on the videos. Hopefully this will be the video that gets us to 200 subscribers, and you can help that by liking the video, subscribing to the channel and leaving some comments. So thank you very much for watching. If you've made it this far, let me know in the comments, and I will see you on Friday. Take it easy.